So let's quickly bring you up to speed on what's to come for this week. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solution. Overall, NASDAQ market is in the green, but it's not really showing much progress on its side, right? So overall TQQQ, I'm up a little bit over 12K on this. We have a common resistance range here. So 12K on TQQQ, and on SQQ, this is probably my most impressive trade. And it was actually all caught in today's live trading session with the LPP team. And I made a little bit over 11,000. Obviously, I made more off of TQQQ, but this big move from overall lows to overall highs, and then the second move from 22.15 to overall highs of 22.45. Again, this is something that my LPP team got to see live today. Again, I'd love to invite you. If you've never watched me trade live, you get to see all of my entries, all of my exits. Most importantly, you get to hear my thought process. It's the second link in the description down below. But NASDAQ market, a lot of consolidation right now, especially with what we're testing right now. If you look at this on the 30-minute time frame, it's very easy to see that we're still descending. You can see this moving average still acting as a resistance. We're lacking progress on the upside. We had a nice little push up, which for a moment took us out of correction territory for the overall NASDAQ market, but we're right back into it. The big focus for this week are the series of economic reports and the series of earning reports that are going to be released, right? So when it comes down to the first thing that I want to talk about is we have, the FOMC meeting on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So you can see here, FOMC rate decision. Again, this is something that I will be hosting a live stream for free on this YouTube channel. So just another reason to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. This is where the Federal Reserve is going to decide, are we going to raise interest rates or are we going to pause interest rates? Remember, if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, that makes it more expensive for people like you and I and businesses to also borrow money, right? Therefore, the market will normally sell off if they raise interest rates. If they pause, the market shouldn't necessarily be affected as much, but we'll see, right? According to Jerome Powell, he stated that he sees at least one more interest rate hike by the end of the year. So if it's not this one, then maybe it's going to be in December, right? But we shall see. And again, that's going to be on November 1st, which is this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. The other thing that I quickly want to talk about is that we do have Apple earnings and job reports. So Apple earnings are set to be after the market closes on Thursday. We have seen that big tech has been taking a beating even when they've been exceeding expectations for their earning reports. So we'll see if Apple ends up doing something different, right? Because as you can see, even Apple has been selling off, lower highs, lower lows. So on Wednesday, we have FOMC. On Thursday, we have one of the largest companies that's publicly traded, known as Apple, that's going to be releasing earnings after the market closes. So again, it's just something that you need to make sure that you are aware of. When it comes down to the overall job reports, again, being able to look at your economic calendar, if you guys don't have one of these, it's first off free to have. Just Google search economic calendar. Finviz has one, investing.com has one. There's a bunch of different websites out there. Please make sure that you are aware of this, right? So we have the ADP employment change that's going to be on Wednesday, but then we have payroll report that's going to be on Friday, and the unemployment rate that's going to be on Friday. So the biggest days, right? I mean, there's economic reports literally every day, Tuesday through Friday. So today is bound to be, I would say, the slowest day. And if it's anything like what we've seen before, then again, because we have, consumer confidence report, we have the ADP employment change, we have JOLTS, which are job openings, FOMC rate decision. I mean, we have a handful of earning reports that are going to be released this week, but don't worry. Again, I will be live streaming most of them for free on this YouTube channel. And if they're right when the market opens, then I will be live streaming it exclusively for my LPP team. So a handful of economic reports, a handful of earning reports. We have AMD that's going to be reporting earnings on Tuesday. And one of the things that I'd love to remind people is, a lot of people want to ask, am I going to be extremely bullish? Am I going to be extremely bearish? I don't mind taking trades, right, throughout the day as long as conditions are okay. But when these economic reports or when these earning reports are about to be released, I personally do not like to have a very large or open position. I just don't see it to be necessarily the safest position to be in. But that's just me, right? I like to share with you my thoughts. I don't mind taking trades, but I want to make sure that direction is clear. And if we're seeing a lot of consolidation, a lot of choppiness, then I don't normally like to have an open position or a very large position during those given periods because, again, direction becomes uncertain. So very excited to follow up. I hope that this video at least provided you with some insight of what's to come this week. If you have any questions whatsoever, especially if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, make sure you message me either via Discord, which is the first link in the description down below, or shoot me a direct, or just join LPP, right, which is the second link in the description down below. So I really do appreciate guys' time. I hope that it earned a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also to follow me on Instagram, which is the third link in the description down below. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.